little bit something on my mind today, and you know, if somebody treats you like crap, you can't make the person love you. You can't do that. So it's kind of like if they wanted to cheat on you, wanted to leave you because you couldn't get pregnant, that says a lot about the person. And I know people get in that state to where, you know, like they're scared that, you know, they're going to be left alone. And I've been single for like 5 months, and it feels awesome in a way because I'm at peace. And you know, I've always noticed that the loyal ones are always staying single and not running into a relationship like right away. You know, I've always noticed the loyal ones are not desperate, they're not thirsty, they don't have a detachment issue, meaning like they know how to be by themselves. And you know, it takes a lot of guts, you know, to accept a lot of things in life. You have to accept it, because if you don't, it's going to drive you crazy. So when you woman up or man up and finally realize, you know, this is how the person is, they're not going to change, then, you know, you're going to be at peace, and you're going to know that you're not the problem and you're not the issue. Relationships can be a good feeling, but at the same time, there's just like too much temptations. And I've noticed every time I've been with somebody, it seems like they can't fight the urge to say, hey, look, I'm taken, you know, like, leave me alone. That's the mature thing to do, but some people can't fight those urges. I guess come to find out is that they haven't got their, I don't know how to put this, they haven't really gotten their stuff out. Meaning like they haven't got their sleeping around out of their system. So it's kind of like before you get into a relationship, it's kind of best you not to. If you're just gonna go around and destroy people's lives. And then people are wondering why did my girl change? Why did my man change? It's dependent on the actions of what somebody does. If it's like a constant thing going on, it's either going to change the woman and it hurts the man. It can actually hurt the both of you. And I've realized mature relationships don't go around trying to hurt one another. That doesn't lie, that doesn't cheat, you know. But, you know, after a relationship ends, you take the time to realize what you did and what your partner did to you. Then you can, like, figure out the next time what you do want and what you don't want. What boundaries to put up, basically. So, I mean, it's like if you're a man or a woman, don't go up to somebody and be like, I want kids with you, I want to marry you, I want to be with you, and then you switch up. And yes, I know feelings change every day, but it's better for you to, you know, tell the person, you know, like, your feelings has changed. You know what I mean? So it's better to tell them whenever you're like, lost my train of thought. It's best to be honest. It's just best to be honest with the person. I mean, whenever you first get with somebody, you're like having like a love high. Being like, oh, this person's awesome. Oh, this person's great. Basically, you're gonna have like a high love, basically. Meaning like, you think this person's awesome. Like, it's a love high. Everybody gets it. But then later on, over the years, your love high is like gonna stop with the love high and everything like that. So feelings change every day, but some people do change and some people don't. And relationships are hard now these days because, you know, some people can like talk like a really good game and people fall for it. And it goes both ways. I kind of had to move away from all that. I was kind of losing train of my thought. I didn't know that I was gonna like have to hear that, but I'm gonna come out here in the backyard and talk. But yeah, it's kind of like you can't really force a person to love you, and you can't force a relationship. You know what I mean? It's like, if you truly are interested in somebody, it needs to take time. So you know if you can like get along with their friends or not. I mean, love high. You really don't, like, you don't care. Like, you're like falling in love. Like, you're not thinking of everything else. So it's kind of like, when you're in that state, you just really don't care and stuff like that. So I mean, being single, like, some people can handle being single and some people can't. Which, like, you know, I can understand, you know, if a person's been, like, single for a very long time, then I can understand that. But there's some people out there, like, I feel like some people are honest and some people are not. Like, you don't know. But, you know, then, like, over the years, you can instantly have a fallout where they get bored. They don't feel happy. They can instantly, like, say to your face, you know, they're happy, they love you. And then, over the years, you know, then they can, like, instantly, like, change, cheat on you, and then the person wonders why the person's so messed up, and they can't forgive them and won't forgive them. It's the actions. You know, whenever you hurt a person so many times, a person is not going to forgive you, like, right away. Like, if you hurt the person more than 3, 4 times, whatever, it doesn't matter how you hurt the person. If you hurt them to their core, like, I am not gonna lie, when I finally catched on to where somebody left me because I couldn't get pregnant, that hurt me to my core. Which I really shouldn't be hurt, because I should be thankful that I don't have a baby daddy in my life. I would have to put up with him for till the kid was like 18. There's people, you know, and everything like that, but I feel like the loyal ones don't have time for bullshit. They don't have time for games. They don't have time for people just playing around, playing head games, mindfuckery, reverse psychology. That's how you can hurt a person. And some people think it's tiki, it's funny, but all in general, it's destroying the relationship. And then the partner looks at the girl and goes, well, why are we falling apart? And it's like, huh. So it's like, why are you asking me? See, it's kind of like, it can like be both ways. It's only how you act towards a person. So it's kind of like, if you have like a very, very bad habit of hurting your partner and you think it's funny and you're going around telling people one thing and then telling them another thing, it's just toxic. And I think the internet and everything is ruining relationships. Because they can instantly, like, go to a dating site. They can get a girl's number or guy's number. It don't matter. Some people don't have that control. But I think the only time they get so excited when it's a new person, it's the love high. And then later on, you know, their senses kick in. Been like, oh shit, I can't do this. You know, what if my boyfriend or girlfriend finds out? What the fuck? Weird shit going on tonight. Shoot, what the fuck was I saying? I feel like if you're going to dump somebody, you need to do it in the proper way and not in a crappy way. Because that's how karma can get to you if you don't break up with a person properly, or it's how the way you break up with them too. And the funny part about it is too, is that, you know, the person, I thought they were being sneaky, that was being deceitful, they thought they were never going to get caught. I have to find this very funny, but I kind of don't want to, but it's life. When the person has left me for the other person, and they got cheated on, or they can't keep a relationship, I kind of really can't laugh at that, but it's basically karma. I mean, karma sucks. I mean, karma knows your number. I mean, like, if karma wanted to get anybody, she knows where you're at. Everybody gets it every time. It's kind of like what I went through. From the cheating, the lying, seeing those multiple women behind my back. One of them I know because it's one of somebody's nieces, and nobody wants to put up with them. But that's what I'm saying though, it's like, If you give out good, good will come to you. But if you keep treating a person or taking advantage, taking them for granted, then, then it's going to come back to them, Like how the way a person was treating me, from cheating on me, lying to me, treating me like crap, doing secretive stuff, and cheating. It came back on the person, and it sucks. I really hate it that people have to go through that. But you know what? It's kind of like karma. I mean, the universe is going to put up with so much before, like, a person can only get away with it with so much. Like the lying, cheating, going on dating sites, being deceitful, not telling the truth. Can't tell the truth. And a habitual liar, if I'm correct. Reverse psychology. Eventually, it's going to catch up. And the people that thinks they're funny, they think it's cute to do something on the down low, then eventually it's going to creep up on them. And it was pretty funny, because one of the tutorial readings, it said, like, somebody was, like, trying to run away from karma. And I believe you cannot run away from karma. I don't really wish bad upon nobody. I really don't. But anytime if I hear about somebody having karma that treated me really bad, I kind of feel for them, but I don't feel sorry for them, because it's like you kind of asked for it. It's kind of like, okay, let's say for an example, like if I did the cheating, the lying, the deceitful, doing shit that he was doing to me, karma would leave him alone. It would come at me. But karma with me and him has left me alone. It's basically gotten him multiple times. It's my actions. And most people say, well, I don't care, but, it's kind of like, if they know what they're doing, it's because they think they're slick, they think they're funny, they think they can get away with it. I believe relationships in this generation, it's crappy. I feel like there's only friends with benefits, no marriage, because anytime anybody tries to get married, they don't last that long. Like they did back in the old days, they lasted till death do us part. But now in this generation, no. Some might work out, but I mean, being single, there's nothing wrong with it, like, you can have the free conscience, like, you can sleep in your own bed. You don't have to sleep next to somebody that stresses you out. You don't, like, whenever you're with somebody, you can actually know what they're up to, because you pay attention to their patterns. But being single for 5 months, going on 6, I like it. It's peaceful. And I don't have to deal with nobody's BS, no games, no mindfuckery. I don't have to sit in my own bed thinking, like, is someone cheating on me? Is someone treating me like shit? Am I going to have to worry about this? Am I going to get angry? Is my mood going to get fucked up? Is this person being honest? Is this person whatever and blah blah? You know what? The loyal ones, I believe, would rather sleep alone than sleep with somebody just because they're feeling lonely. That's how I feel, but I could be wrong. And there's just some toxic relationships that you cannot work out. It doesn't matter how hard you try. There are so many relationships out there that people want to reunite. It could be the man or the woman, but sometimes I feel like half the time it's the men come back to the woman. And I feel like the reasons why they're scared to return is because they don't want to face you with what they done to you. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people do have the balls to come back and admit what they did. Some people can look you in your face, and others just can't. They know they've hurt you so much that they know that's not going to work out. And you have to accept that. Almost everybody has a hard time accepting it, but if you don't accept it, it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to drive you nuts. And it's going to hurt you on the inside. It's going to tear you apart. So I had to accept a lot of things. Did it hurt like a bitch? Yes. But it's also made me stronger. It's made me realize what I want, what I don't want, what my boundaries are going to be put up. You know? It's live and learn from the mistakes, you know? But you can't. And I'm guilty of this because when I was in my relationship, I fought for everything. I was the one trying to do stuff. I was trying to be nice. Trying to be loving and caring, supportive. And then I feel like it backfired in my face. And every time I mentioned about something, the person couldn't handle it. They would like try to like pull it on me, get mad at me, and then go cheat on me just because he got mad at me. And it feels good to accept that how a person's going to be, and that's who they're going to be, and they're never going to change. And it's like, it would be pretty dumb of me to work something out with somebody that always treated me like shit. Yes, I know you need to forgive and forget, but at the same time, the forgiveness is gonna have to stop. Like, I'm very bad at forgiving people and giving them chances more than they should expect. But I feel like whenever I do forgive somebody, I'm not saying, oh, I forgive you so you can pull the same shit on me. I feel like, you know, I'm trying to be genuine. You know, I'm not the type to usually forgive people. I'm not. And that's a lot of work with me. And I feel like for the people that I have forgave, try to give them a chance. They took advantage of it and they took it for granted. Because they thought in their little heads that, oh, she forgave me so I could pull the same shit all over again. That's not why I forgave you. When a person forgives you, they're like genuinely trying to move on from all the shitty crap that him or her pulled on one another. It could be the girl that done it and the guy's trying to forgive him, or it could be the girl trying to forgive the man, and sometimes that don't work out. And it's actions. I mean, like, the person can't be really mad at the person for basically, you know, getting fed up and everything like that, because when a person tries and tries, it's not worth it. I mean, some people say, like, you should try, but all in general, it's only hurting yourself. And I mean, there's been some that has came back to one another and it works out. Because they're both, you know, mature. They are really trying to move on and they're happy. And there's some that do try to go back to one another and it's toxic as fuck. You know, and then when they go back into their old habits, and then that person gets mad at their partner, because, I mean, it's like, can't really blame me for getting upset. And again, I knew what was going on. And that's the issue. But I feel like he's never got it out of the system. Like some men and women out there that wants to cheat, wants to lie, it's because they haven't got out with who they want to sleep with. They need to get that out of their system before they settle down in real life. That's messed up. That is completely messed up. That they have to get that out of their system before they actually want a real commitment. I guess it's life, but you know, it happens every day. I mean, I've never been the type to have to feel like that. I mean, whenever I'm with somebody, you know, I'm with them. You know, I could really give a care less about your money. I really don't care. All I care about is, you know, like, you respecting the relationship. See, and that's the thing, though. Like, I don't care. Like, if I do have a boyfriend someday, I don't care if you have friends. I don't care if you talk to females. But respect the relationship, and some men have a hard time doing that. Because they're going to think, oh, she's controlling. No. There's a complete difference between controlling and making something addressed. When I mentioned, I don't care who you talk to, I don't care if you text women that are friends, please respect the relationship. That was me giving me a warning shot. And that was me basically saying, you know what, it's up to you if we stay together or not. If you keep letting people get in between us, then I know where I stand, and you don't really give a shit. You would rather have people come in between it, and you want to bitch about, well, I'm tired of people coming in between me and our relationships. It's kind of like, then why do you let it happen? See, that's what I'm saying, though. It's based on its behaviors, its patterns. It's like, if you are seriously not wanting nobody to get in between your relationship, then you need to work on that. But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I am so happy being single for 5 months. I love it. I actually went to Terre Haute. I didn't have to worry about my shit getting destroyed. I didn't have to worry about coming back home hearing, you know, that, oh, I'm starving somebody going to the bar telling people that, you know, I'm getting sick and tired of her bullshit. All in reality, you know, I cooked for him, but, you know, I was getting to the point to where I got sick and tired of feeding him all the time, because it made me feel like I was raising a child. I mean, yes, I'll cook, but it's like, you need to put in your fair share. I felt like I was doing everything, and I felt like he didn't want to cook. And then I think he got a little mad at me, but I don't care. It's like, I didn't mind cooking, you know, but it was like a constant, you know. It's kind of like, if I was sick, not feeling good, I believe that I would have to cook my own food. You know, I just feel really happy, you know. I can actually lay in my bed at peace at night, and that my mind is relaxed. I don't have to worry about having a boyfriend that thinks they can take me for granted or take advantage of me, or that thinks he can be a fuckboy behind my back. And, you know, I was just thinking of that. 5 months? Damn, still going strong. I love it. But that's just my opinion on relationships, and that's what causes people to fall apart. It's by the actions, and some people don't care, but, you know, it happens. It's life. Have a good night, guys.